Hi guys, welcome back to Petrolhead TV and welcome back to a brand new video. So today I'm actually going to be reviewing my own car, which is sat behind me. It's a 2006 EP3 Honda Civic Type R. Now we've got 200 new subscribers to the channel, so I thought it'd be a good idea to show you what I actually drive. And I've actually owned this car for 1 year now, so I thought it'd be a good idea to do a little 1 year review. And yeah, so I'm going to cut to some cinematic shots of the car now, and then we're going to go for a drive, so I'll see you soon.
You got the sauce, bitch.
So before we actually go for a drive in the car, I thought it'd be a nice idea just to have a quick walk around the car and show you what I've got. So as I said, this is a 2006 Honda Civic EP3 Type R. It's in reasonably good condition. It's got not many modifications on it. It's sitting roughly 30mm lower by the previous owner. Now I have got plans to change this in the future, so stick around for that. So the first thing I'm probably going to be doing to this car, guys, is sorting these wheels out, because these wheels are absolutely awful. If I go closer, you can see they're in really bad condition. Now this is actually the worst wheel. The rest of the wheels are actually okay, so these are in pretty good condition. So yeah, these wheels are in pretty good condition. Now I was thinking about changing these completely, but I've actually decided just to keep them because I actually like them quite a lot. Now they are definitely going to be going in black and a nice glossy black colour, and I'm going to get some red flake in the paint, so that should look pretty nice. So coming round to the back of the car, I will change this spoiler eventually. I quite like the Mugen ones where they flip up a bit. I do think that looks a bit nicer. Also exhaust wise, this is still running the standard exhaust. A lot of people have told me just to keep the standard one on. They seem to like the standard one on, but honestly guys, it's lacking noise. I want a bit more noise. So yeah, leave your suggestions down there on what exhaust I should get. And also guys, I broke my own rule recently. I was really lazy and could not be bothered to clean my car. This is why you do not go to hand car washes. Yeah, I was pissed. Yeah, so apart from that, there's not many modifications. I mean, I've added a sand strip. You can't really count that as a modification. The paint is in general good condition. I probably will get the bonnet resprayed at some point, the wings at the bumper. Also recently, someone has very kindly left a dent mark down there where they've opened their car door into my car, which really irritated me. So yeah, that will get sorted soon. Now if you want to know what they look like inside, this is the Premier Edition, so it comes with the red Premier Edition seats. They're Recaros. They're really comfortable actually. So they've got this like nice red material in the middle and nice Alcantara on the sides. Now the Premier Editions come with the red carpets as well, so that's how you can tell the difference. They come with Momo steering wheels. Now forgive me how dirty this car actually is, it does need cleaning, but yeah, the rear bench is all Alcantara, which looks really good in my opinion. And guys, this car is actually fairly practical. If you've got a family, you can still use this car, bearing in mind it's only got 2 seats in the back because there's no middle seat belt, but you could quite easily fit kids in here. I mean, I've had big adults in here and they fit perfectly fine. So yeah, this car is completely practical. So don't let your partners put you off with getting an EP3 Type R, because they are very practical, and when your missus wants to put loads of stuff in your boot, it's got a fairly big boot. Excuse all my crap in there, but yeah, this fits a whole month's worth of shopping. It fits suitcases. I've gone on holiday with it. It's absolutely brilliant and it's a great all-rounder. So yeah, let's go for a drive in the car and we'll see what it's like on the road. Honda Civic EP3 Type R. As I said, I've owned this car for 1 year now. I've covered roughly 12,000 miles, and I thought it'd be a good idea to show all the new people, because we've got like 250 odd new people on the channel, so it'd be good to show you what I actually drive. We're going to later if I'm going to keep this, how long I'm planning on keeping this, if any new cars are coming, etc. But for now, let's just review the car. Okay, we've got a little stretch here that we can go for a little flat. As you can see, this car is bags and bags of fun. Honestly, it's not the fastest thing in the world, of course not, but this car gives you such a sense of enjoyment, it's unreal, honestly. Once it hits into that VTEC, it gives you that old giddy feeling. So let's go into costing sides of things. So these cars do not cost a lot of money at all. You can probably pick one up now for about $2 grand. You can pick one of these ones up, a Premier Edition, for about $3 grand, $3.5. If you want an absolutely minter, you're probably looking at about $4 or $5 grand. And turboed ones go for around 7, 8, all the way up to about 12 grand, depending on how much work they've had done to it. So yeah, that's actually buying the car. Insurance wise, obviously it varies between person to person, where you live. Yeah, your postcode is a big contributor to the price. But for an example, I mean, I'm 25 now. I've got I actually have 3 years no claims now, but I had 2 years no claims on when I started this insurance, and I pay roughly £600 to £700 a month. I can't actually remember how much it was, and I'm looking at renewing in the summer, and it's looking to be around £400 for me. So take that as you will. Obviously it varies from person to person, but they're actually not that much to run. But saying that, guys, tax, I don't know what you would say is high, but this tax is £300 a year. I think I pay £27, £28 a month, something like that. Fuel wise, if you drive this car like a granny, it's going to be alright on fuel. If you drive this car how it should be, it's not that great on fuel, but it's worth it. This car is worth every single penny that I put in it. And on that note as well, guys, let's go to reliability. These K20 engines are absolutely indestructible. I can give this car so much abuse. Today I can take it to a track and absolutely rip it around a track all day long, and it will drive me home absolutely safe and sound, and it won't have a single noise or problem wrong with it. So I've actually had not a single issue with this car in the past year that I've owned it, and trust me, I've driven it hard. Obviously you go through things like tyres and brakes, so I've had to change the brakes, and I'm currently getting ready to change the tyres. Guys, by the way, if anyone has any suggestions for what tyres to put on these types of cars, put them in the description below. I'm thinking of maybe Michelin's, something like that. I want a really good tyre for the summer this year, so I can take this out and really enjoy it. So also on the subject of reliability, I have actually thought of one thing that is wrong with this car. Well, it's not wrong anymore, but they tend to suffer with sticky brake calipers. Now, I don't know why. Wow, that is cool. Sorry guys, I'm just getting distracted. What was I saying? Yeah, these cars suffer with sticky brake calipers, and yeah, they're not cheap to replace, but not too expensive. It cost me around £400 and something to replace the rear calipers, pads and discs. But in general, pads and discs ain't expensive for the car, and once you've rectified that problem, you shouldn't really have it again. Like it may happen again, but it's not going to happen for a long time. But apart from the brakes, there isn't really much wrong with these EP3s. They do suffer with a bit of rust on the rear arches. Well, they can suffer from rust in the front as well, but they tend to suffer from the rear, especially in these Premier Editions. I don't know about the older ones, but in the Premier Edition that I've got, they put like this carpet type material around the wheel well, and it absorbs all the water and can cause a lot of rust. So if you are looking at one of these guys, peel that shit away and have a look and see if there's any rust holes. So oil. These cars absolutely love a bit of oil. Now again, I don't know about everyone else, but my car absolutely loves drinking oil. I mean, it's not horrendous. I probably do about 1 litre a month, which ain't too bad, but it just tends to drink a lot of oil. There is no oil leak on this car. It just generally drinks oil. I don't know why, but yeah, I deal with that because I enjoy the car, and yeah, it's worth the money. So my plans for this car, I do have a fair few plans for this car, and trust me guys, this car is not going anywhere. There will be potential cars coming in, so I'll talk about that in a second. Guys, these cars handle the road so well. So this is where the Honda Civic Type R comes into its own. Down roads like this, you can really chuck this car around the corners and really rev it high. Don't be scared to rev the car out. They absolutely love it, and that's where they perform the absolute best. Keep it on that red line in the VTEC. So yeah guys, as you just saw there, these cars absolutely thrive on country roads, and yeah, on motorways, dual carriageways, they just pull so well. Wow, this car just impresses me every single time I drive it. This is exactly why this car ain't going anywhere. Now this car is such a late stage in its life that I really have no intentions of ever selling it. I mean, it's on 142k now for me, and yeah, it's just going to stay with me really. I can never see me selling this thing. So yeah, back to the plans for it. So I'm going to be redoing the wheels in the next month or so. As I said, I'm going to do them in black. I really want them in a nice glossy effect with some red fleck in the paint, which I think will look really good, as it will match like the red seats, the red carpets. It'll just go really well with the car. I'm probably going to look into new suspension options, maybe end of the year. I'm also going to look into getting the car resprayed in certain areas, such as like the bumpers, the wings, the bonnet, where all the stones hit it. There's a couple of tiny little dents and dings in the paint where someone has opened their door on my car, which I was not impressed about. So yeah, that will be getting sorted. Exhaust options, guys, if you have any exhaust suggestions, please leave them down below. I was going to get an M2, but I'm really not sure now because I think they're just really drony and they're quite cheap. I want something that's good, you know, that's going to make the car sound really good, not just be constantly loud all the time. Of course I like loud cars, I want it loud, but I want it a tasteful loud, do you know what I mean? I don't want to be cruising down the streets near me with a massive drony exhaust going like 20 miles an hour, do you know what I mean? It's just embarrassing. I'd rather it sound prim and proper. And yeah, if you have any suggestions, let me know down below. I'm sure Skunk 2s are good systems. So yeah, let me know any other systems and I'll look into getting an exhaust system soon. Before the show start this year, I'm going to get the car professionally detailed and take all the horrible swell marks out of it, because at the moment it does look like it's been washed with a brick. That's on me really, poor practice of cleaning, just general laziness, but I'm going to sort that out this year. Which brings me on to looking after this car a bit more. So I am looking into getting a daily. Now I don't know what daily to get. I kind of would like to stay on the Japanese sort of scene, so maybe another Civic of some sorts. I have looked at Accords, but I don't know, they're a bit boring. But maybe we could, you know, make it look a bit nicer. So I want it for two purposes really. So I want it so I can leave it in a car park and not really worry about it. But I also want a car where we can actually do videos on it and maybe do modification videos on it. But I don't want to heavily modify something because obviously it's going to be a daily. I also am looking at getting something very special either next year or the end of next year. When I went out in Ricky's M4, it really made me feel special and the car felt absolutely amazing. Now it's not going to be an M4 because guys, I can't afford an M4 unless you you know, keep subscribing. I'll probably take one out for a drive beginning of next year and see what I actually feel about them. I might sneak one on the channel without you guys actually knowing, just to see if I actually like it. So yeah guys, I think I'm going to wrap the video up here, just to let you know on any future videos that I've got coming up. So I'm meeting up with Car Obsession next week, as of when I'm filming this, so it'll be the 15th. I'm meeting up with Car Obsession, Aaron, and we're going to go out in his JDM Civic, Olaf, he's called it, and we're going to put it up against my EP3 and we're just going to see the differences, and we'll probably go for a little drive. We're going to meet up at Goodwood, so I think there's a good few roads roads around there. So yeah, that should be a good video. I've got more coming up with the Lamborghinis, so yeah, stay tuned for that. Jason might be wrapping his Lamborghini and Range Rover, so there's going to be epic content coming with them. Also, I may be going on some Lambo drive outs, so that should be a lot of fun. I've got various cars coming to the channel, honestly a massive mixture of cars. I've got drift cars, hot hatches, you name it, I've got everything coming to the channel. And yeah, I'm just so excited to bring you all this content. Like I said, I'm going to smash it this year. So yeah, my goal this year is to reach 1,000 subscribers. That would really mean the world to me. This channel has done a lot for me, it's brought a lot of confidence out in me. I've met so many amazing people, and yeah, I just can't wait to carry on the journey. So yeah, keep subscribing guys. Let's get this channel to 1,000 subscribers as quickly as possible. Please remember to like, subscribe and share if you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all very soon.